on this week's Northwest Cooks, Matt Robb is going to be here from the Fishwife, and he's going to make three amazing dishes. We're going to make some crawfish crab cakes, which are bound together with some scallops. We're going to make a really beautiful Columbia River sturgeon, which is fried in a little bit of local hazelnut goodness, and then we're going to get some beluga lentils and cook them up and serve them on the plate with the sturgeon. Ooh, I've got my apron on, which means it must be time to sizzle. Welcome to this week's episode of Northwest Cooks. I'm Nick Miles, and welcome to our Bradley Design and Education Center. This is our kitchen, and we thank Bradley for providing it for us. Now, if you want to find out more about the places we cook, you can go to bradley.net. My guest today is Matt Robb from the Fishwife. Now, the restaurant is in North Portland, is that right?
Yeah, it's on Lombard Street.
Now, tell me a little bit about the Fishwife.
Well, we're a seafood restaurant. We feature different fresh fish every week. We have pastas and, of course, fish and chips. And we do a different specials menu every week where we also feature a meat special for people who don't like fish.
Right, and you've been around cooking there for about 5 years?
5.5 years.
And you've been a chef for about almost 10 years?
Almost 10 years.
Excellent. You're going to make two dishes today. The second one is in two parts, but what are we going to start off with?
We're going to make a crawfish and crab cake that's bound with a fresh scallop mousseline.
Now, that's very Italian, French-Italian?
Well, it's more French, and the unique thing about this cake is that there's no breadcrumbs or rice or potato to bind it, so it's a lot more delicate than cakes that use what's called panada. Okay, this is a mixture of fresh Oregon Dungeness crab and crawfish tail meat. They're both cooked already. Here we have fresh chopped parsley, capers, green onion, shallot, of course salt and pepper, and this is a roasted shallot aioli that we'll be finishing the cakes with. And this is wilted fennel. This is something I prepared a little while ago. It's fennel that's cut very thin on a mandolin and then wilted with salt and pepper and lemon juice.
Oh, that looks great, and they all smell really good. Now, there's a trick to making these, and that is part of our food processor isn't here, but it's in the freezer, right?
Yeah, when making a mousseline with fresh shellfish, it's very important that all the ingredients are very cold or it won't become thick enough. I just pulled this out of the freezer. We'll just go ahead and set this up. These are U8, which means 8 or less per pound. These are harvested by a diver off the coast of Mexico, and they're brought into San Diego, and we get them fresh. So we're just going to put a few of these in here, a couple egg yolks. So we just go ahead and start this up and slowly pour in cream.
Now, if you want all of the ingredients and the correct portions so you can make this at home, our website is appearing right here on the bottom of the screen, and you can actually go there and get everything in its right quantity.
Okay, so what we do when we add the cream is we're looking for a desired thickness, which is pretty much to where I want. So I just add a tiny bit more. And that's it. And very important with this, again, because of the heat issues, you don't want to overwork it because the blade does create friction and will heat the seafood. So now that this is ready, in our bowl here, we'll go ahead and add fresh chopped shallot.
That goes right into the
meat. Some pepper and salt. And we always use at the restaurant kosher salt.
Excellent.
A lot of people use sea salt. I don't like the variation in flavor that sea salt produces. Kosher salt's always the same.
Right.
And then just some fresh chopped parsley, which we have right here. Pretty good amount of that. And then now all I'm going to do is take my mousseline and fold it into this mixture and mix it all together. The beauty of this is that it highlights the seafood. I mean, I don't like going out for a crab cake and eating potatoes. This we just start folding together.
All right, Matt, what's the next step?
Okay, now that this is all ready to go, we're going to take a ring mold and a spoon, and we're going to put some cakes on the flat top grill and let them cook. And with these, I really do recommend using a ring mold. Makes it a lot easier. And you just place them down on the grill, pull your ring off, voila.
So how long do these take to cook?
They'll probably take about 8 minutes or so.
So while they're cooking, this is the perfect opportunity to take a look at this week's cooking tip.
Hello, Mark Brunicic, Cisco Portland with your cooking tip of the day. Everybody likes to eat shrimp. In my family, my 2 daughters, they hate to peel them. They don't like to devein them because they're going to get the icky poo on their fingers or whatever. Anyways, I've got some 1620 shrimp here. And the best way to go about deveining a shrimp is use a nice serrated edge knife and just slice down the back of the shrimp like this through the shell. Okay? And then you can easily take their shells off that way. Makes them really easy to peel. And then right inside this canal should be that little guy right there that you want to get rid of. Okay? So again, peel off the shell. Find that little vein and pull it right out. And that's it. Mark Brunicic, Cisco Portland with your cooking tip of the day.
And that's this week's cooking tip. If you want to watch any of our cooking tips or more information on the show, here's the website. You can go right there and get anything you want to know about Northwest Cooks. Right, Matt, my friend, we have our cakes. They are almost done.
They're just about ready to plate.
All right, let's take them off and plate them when you're ready.
Okay, well, why don't I just go ahead and make the plate and I'll put them right on there. So I have the wilted fennel salad that we made earlier, and after this sits out for about an hour, it's ready to go. It just softens it, and it's still nice and crunchy, though. So we just put a little of this in the middle of the plate, and then we'll take a spoon here and take some of our aioli, which I did give the recipe for. So.
All right, so now tell me exactly what's in this.
This is roasted shallots, of course garlic, because aioli means garlic mayonnaise.
Okay.
There's capers, fresh tarragon, some lemon juice, salt, pepper, and just a touch of sugar to balance it.
Excellent. Okay.
So then we'll come over here and we'll grab a couple of these cakes off of here.
Oh, that looks so good.
Like that.
I'm ready to be fat.
And then we just go ahead and garnish this with a little bit of fresh chopped green onion, just to give it a little freshness. And then just a few more capers over top to reinforce the capers that are in the aioli. I think I forgot to mention there are a little bit of capers in there.
Excellent.
And there's your crab cake plate, or it's crab, crawfish, and scallop cake plate.
That looks really nice. Now we have another 2 dishes we're going to make. What are they?
We're going to do a sautéed beluga black lentils that are reduced with beef stock and white wine. They have some onions and leeks and some other things in them. And then we're going to do hazelnut-crusted Columbia River sturgeon with gorgonzola cream sauce.
And they're going to go on the same plate together? Yes,
and then sautéed asparagus with that, just to give it a little vegetable to brighten up the plate.
Are you licking lips? Because I definitely am. That and more when Northwest Cooks returns.